My name is Serafina. I'm 33 years old. I had a husband. His name was David. We had a little son. His name was Tom. He was 7 years old. We lived together for 10 years. I loved David very much. I trusted him. I believed he was a good man. But one day, everything changed. It was a Tuesday night. David usually came home after work, but that day he called me. He said, "I will come home late. I have some work." I said, "Okay." I was not feeling well, so I wanted to rest. But I didn't know a woman was with him. She was from his old job. Her name was Bella. He didn't tell me about her. The next morning, David was quiet. He sat in the kitchen and looked sad. I asked him, "What's wrong?" He said, "Serafina, I need to tell you something." Then, after a short silence, David said, "I did something bad last night with Bella. I didn't stop it. It just happened." I froze. I couldn't believe his words. "What do you mean it just happened?" I asked. My heart felt heavy and broken. David looked at me with sad eyes. "It was one mistake," he said in a quiet voice. "Please, can you forgive me?" But I was too hurt. I felt fire inside my chest. Tears came to my eyes. I started shouting. I said things I didn't really mean. It felt like my heart was breaking into tiny pieces. "Get out," I shouted. I grabbed his bag, pushed it into his hands, and opened the front door. "Go now," I said. He didn't say a word. He walked out slowly and left the house. This house was mine. I bought it before we got married, so I knew I had the right to ask him to leave. Luckily, our son, Tom, was at my parents' house. I felt so thankful. He didn't see us fight. After that day, David tried many times to talk to me. He sent messages like, "I still love you. I'm so sorry. Please give us another chance." But I didn't reply. I didn't answer his calls either. Then his mother called me. "Serafina, please don't be too upset," she said softly. "All men make mistakes. My husband also did something like this years ago. But I stayed, and now we are happy." I felt strong when I spoke. "No," I said, "I don't want a husband who is close to another woman behind my back." She tried again. "Think about Tom. A child needs his father." "He can still see him," I said, "but I don't want to be his wife anymore." Some of my friends said I was too serious. They told me to forgive him, but I couldn't. I didn't want to live with someone who broke my trust. I felt sad. I felt hurt. And I felt very alone. She still loved David, But love was not enough. Trust was more important, and David had broken her trust. Now Serafina lived alone with Tom. She wasn't happy, but she felt calm. There were no more lies, no more pain. The next day, David came to the house. He stood at the door, holding a bunch of bright flowers. He looked very sad. "Serafina, please, can we talk?" he asked softly. Serafina didn't want to, but she opened the door a little. "What do you want?" she asked. David looked down. "I made a big mistake," he said. "I wasn't thinking. I love you. I love Tom. Please forgive me." Serafina looked at the flowers, then into his eyes. "You were with another woman," she said, her voice strong. "That's not love. That broke our promise. You broke our promise," Serafina said firmly. David looked down at his feet. "It was a mistake," he whispered. "It happened with Bella. I didn't mean to hurt you." Serafina felt tired and hurt. She looked at him. "David, you had a choice," she said. "You could have walked away, but you didn't. You let it happen. That's all I need to know." Tears filled David's eyes. "I don't want to lose my family," he said, his voice shaking. "You lost us when you made that choice," Serafina replied. David placed the flowers near the door and walked away slowly. That night, Serafina couldn't sleep. She thought about everything: their wedding, the day Tom was born, how David used to care for him, how he helped after Tom's birth. He had been a good husband once, but now everything felt different. And now David felt like a stranger to her. Serafina thought, "Can I forgive his cheating? Can I trust him again?" Serafina's mind was full of many thoughts. She felt angry, sad, and very alone. But inside, she felt a quiet strength, a feeling that she needed to do what was right. A few days passed. Serafina still did not answer David's calls. She needed time, space, and peace. But David did not stop. Every day he sent messages. They said, "Serafina, I miss you." And "Serafina, I'm so sorry. Please let me come home." One day he sent a long message. "I cannot sleep. I cannot eat." "I love you," he wrote. "And I love Tom too. I made a mistake, but I never stopped loving you. Please, let's fix this. Please don't leave me." Serafina read the message. Her hands shook. Her heart hurt. She still loved him, but she could not forget what he did. That night she cried again. She held Tom's small hand. Tom was sleeping peacefully. She looked at her son's calm, innocent face. What kind of example do I want to give him? I want him to grow up strong. I want him to choose love with respect, not love that causes pain. The next day, David came to Tom's school gate. He waited for him. Serafina did not stop him because he was his father. Tom ran to him with a big smile and gave him a big hug. David had a small gift for him, his favorite storybook. Serafina watched them from far away. Tears came to her eyes. He was a good father, she thought, but that did not make him a good husband. After David took Tom for ice cream, he came to talk to Serafina again. Serafina, I'm not giving up, he said. I will wait. I will show you I can change. David, it's too late, she said. My heart is closed now. But we were happy, he said softly. Yes, she said. We were happy before the lie. David looked down and did not say anything else. Serafina closed the door. That night, Tom asked, Mommy, why doesn't Daddy live with us? Serafina took a deep breath. Sometimes, she said, grown-ups make mistakes. Sometimes love is not enough. But we both love you, Tom. That will never change. Tom hugged her tightly. I love you too, Mommy, he said. Serafina kissed his head and whispered, We will be okay. She really hoped it was true. 1 year passed. Serafina and Tom lived alone. Life was calm. They laughed, played, and grew. But sometimes late at night, Serafina still thought about David. David came every weekend to see Tom. He never missed a day. He brought him books, toys, and told him stories. He also brought Serafina flowers sometimes, but he never pushed her. He just waited. Serafina saw the changes in him. He did not lie anymore. He respected her need for space. One sunny afternoon, he came early. He helped her clean the garden. Then he looked at her and said, Serafina, can I talk to you? She nodded. David looked at Serafina. His voice was soft. I miss our family, he said. I miss being your husband. I know I made a big mistake, but I love you. I always will. She looked into his eyes. He looked tired but honest. She still remembered the pain, the night he broke her heart. But she also saw the man he was now. David held his breath, waiting. Serafina looked at Tom. He was laughing in the sun, running. Her heart felt full. I forgive you, she said, and I want us to be together again. David's eyes filled with tears. He took her hands gently. Really? He asked. Yes, she said, but not because I'm weak. I'm strong now. I choose you again. not because I need you, but because I believe in second chances. He hugged her tightly. Tom ran over, shouting, "Mommy, Daddy, are you happy?" "Yes," she whispered. "We are happy now. We are a family again. Not perfect, but real. Built with honesty, love, and a second chance." Sometimes people make mistakes that hurt others. But when someone feels true sorry and works to become better, love can grow again. Hurt hearts can heal with time, and families can come back together stronger. Life is not perfect, but with forgiveness and hope, new beginnings are always possible.